Hey everyone, welcome back to Room 237, and I'm back with another trailer reaction. Only this time it's going to be two teasers in one, both for the same thing. Now, several months ago, I did a reaction to an announcement. It was announced, I think earlier in the winter, maybe even spring, that Showtime was bringing back Dexter for a 10-episode, ninth season, true finale revival. I was stoked because, like most people, I did not really like the 8th and final season. I liked the final shot, I like how it ended, but I didn't like how it got there. And as I'm sure I said in that video, I'm a big fan of the show. I've seen the entire series probably at least 4 or 5 times, along with seasons 2 and 4, probably 5 or 6 times each. I'll probably do maybe for in the wake of doing when I'll be able to see the show, do like a season by season sort of review, because I know I'll be reviewing the final season once I see it. And I also have the first 5 books of the Dexter series. I know, yes, this is the only one that's like the show, but I'm a fan of not just the show, but the character itself. Now, as I've said before, which original showrunner Clyde Phillips is returning, as is star Michael C. Hall as Dexter. One thing that I do like about these teasers and the announcements they've given so far is they're very vague as to what the show is about, which I like. That way it can be new and we can enjoy it. But they are being blunt enough to say it's not retconning, it's not disregarding, it's not discrediting anything that happened in the previous 8 seasons. And I think that's great for a few reasons. One is like, okay, they're going to work with what they did and try to make something out of it. Now, for those that haven't yet seen Dexter but want to, or are currently watching Dexter, I'm not going to get into any spoilers. In fact, I'll say it looks really good, these 2 trailers, and from what I've read, as big as they are, I'm super stoked. I'm very positive about it. So, you know, if you haven't seen Dexter, definitely check it out. As far as like serials go, episode by episode story, it's my favorite show. And just for the sake of those who are still watching, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will say it's something you're going to want to see. So with that, I'm very positive. Trailers are on YouTube. You can check them out, but for those that don't need to worry about spoilers, and moving on, here we are. So yes, there's 2 trailers, and as I was saying before, I just wanted to get the spoiler thing out of the way. I'm glad that they're not, even though I had problems with season 8, I'm glad they're not undoing anything. And 2, I'm glad they said that, because a lot of people like to speculate even to the farthest reaches of things that don't even make sense. Like, well, maybe they'll, undo something. Like, maybe it will go back to, it was all a dream, or, oh, it can pick up here, which doesn't make any sense, or, I'm just speculating. In my opinion, it would be cool. Think logically. So, with them coming out and saying this is how we're doing it, it kills all speculation. It gives us something to look forward to. And I like that. The almost 5 minutes in, the teasers, one is called Around Town, and the first one was called Around Town, the second is called Misunderstood. I'm assuming those are the first 2 episodes, or at least the names of the episodes that we're getting. These new trailers show us sort of the area where Dexter now lives, what his new name is, where he works, and that his dark passenger is still within him. The first trailer around town, which he's still out where it's cold. It's still filming in Massachusetts. There's snow opposite of Miami, so he did still flee at the end of the last episode. People are calling him Jim Lindsay, so he has a new identity. It shows him walking around town. Everyone's saying, "Hi, Jimmy. Jim, hi. Hello, Mr. Lindsay." And he's very friendly and waving. Which kind of does... Of course, it takes place 10 years later. I kind of like the idea of him being this self-imposed exile. But here, he's pretty much being Dexter the way he was in Miami. He's still very, showy. But then he comes across like a hardware store that has like knives in the window, and it shows him looking in. I love the ending of the trailer. It just goes to black, and we hear as if he's still struggling with it, or he misses it. So I'm curious. And then the second one is Misunderstood. I also like the music. It kind of sounds like the Florida sort of Cuban music that the show had, but here it's got more of like a somber, wintertimey sound. Just looking out like a big living room window, watching the snowfall. Then down in the corner, in the reflection of the window, we see someone on a table wrapped in plastic, kind of muffled, moaning and trying to move. Then Dexter just walks up into frame and just kind of... Is it a dream? Has he finally gone back to his old ways? We don't know. Is he still doing it anyway? Has he not stopped? I like he's not answering those questions, but it's definitely... It's really just great to see Michael C. Hall doing this character again. I love this character so much, and when I first saw these trailers, I couldn't get enough of it. So one is him sort of walking around town, being very personable to everyone, and then at the end we get the idea that, and then at the end in the other one, whether it's true or not, we see, he's got someone. But instead they're not undoing anything, and the end of the last episode did make it seem like he's not a serial killer anymore. But maybe something pulled him back in. I know there's been talks about how there's going to be some episodes filmed in a hospital. No one from the original cast has, been revealed to return. I know there's been hints, maybe even from Jennifer Carpenter herself. Wow, I must have been thinking John Carpenter. Jennifer Carpenter herself could possibly return. It would be flashbacks or, the manifestations that he sees. But again, certain speculations people can't have anymore. That's good, at least for me. Can't say, well, maybe he'll pick up here, maybe we'll undo this, maybe this person's not really dead, it can be here. No. Apparently, he's in a town called Iron Lake. Sort of the main antagonist is going to be played by Clancy Brown. So that's really cool. Sort of the unofficial mayor of this small town. Now, I don't know if he's going to be like a Dokes or, or what. But I guess he's going to be the antagonist. Jamie Chung, who I know her from season 4 of Gotham, but I guess she's going to be a true crime podcaster. So maybe she's going to talk about Bay Harbor Butcher, maybe bring some interest back into the case. We don't know. I do have my predictions for where I would like to see the show go. That might be for a different video. Let me know if you want to. All I know is that they did say this is going to be a definitive ending. There's never going to be a season 10. They are going to do something that's going to end this show proper. And I hope they nail it. I'm sure they will. There's been 8 years now since the show ended. And judging by, I mean, the show hasn't lost its look at all. It still looks like, promos from the original series. Apart from just because it's Michael C. Hall's face. But I loved both trailers, especially the Around Town one. I really liked that. Also, the fact that his name is Jim Lindsay is very close to Jeff Lindsay. So, I mean, I don't know if maybe they'll follow more of the books, because I know the first season is the only thing they have in common with the books. But, again, that's a speculation I'm not looking that deep into. Maybe it's a tribute. More than anything, I'm sure it's a tribute. You gave us this character. We're going to give him, close to your name. He works at Fred's Fish and Game. He's a sales associate, so he's not a lumberjack anymore. But, again, 10 years has passed within the context of the show. So, I mean, the trailers look awesome. Michael C. Hall looks like he hasn't lost a beat. It still looks like the show. I think the snowy setting will do wonders. I really like how that looks. The music, which has gone like a more somber, almost Christmassy type tone, really fits. I always loved the music and how it was used in the original series. If I had one prediction, I hope it ends with one of the original endings that the show is going to have, which, I'm not going to get into that. I might make a video about my, where I hope the show goes, but I will say I hope it does have the original intended ending. But as far as the trailer goes, it looks fucking awesome. They are taking their time with info. They're still shooting. It's something that I hope people will respect. Like, if people catch a glimpse of them shooting something or something gets leaked, they won't, barf it out everywhere. But also, so if you're a fan of Dexter, just let me know what you thought of the trailers. If you thought they were going to be good, or if you thought they looked good, if it, with how very little it showed, because that's what a trailer should do. Just enough to spark interest, not show us everything. I loved him. Again, I just love the way he smiles at everyone, that he looks at the window and he's like, whether it's longing, missing, suppressing, or repressing. I loved it. So, in the comments, just let me know what you thought of the trailers themselves, just the trailers, because I might do a video about where I think it could go or what I want to see happen. And also let me know if you want me to do like a season by season sort of review and overview of the series, because I'd be glad to do that. I've actually become re-obsessed with Dexter all over again. I've been going back and watching clips. I've seen the whole series 4 or 5 times. I love this show to death. I really do. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the trailers. And also let me know if you want to see a video where I go into my sort of hopes and predictions and just what I want to get out of it. And if you want to see me do like a series by series overview. But overall, I hope I didn't give too many spoilers. I tried to avoid that. But I thought the trailers looked great. Perfect teasers. They are perfect teasers. Just enough. But I'm super excited. I cannot wait for the fall. That's what's going to start airing on Showtime. I haven't looked into it, but I hope there's something so that, like with Hulu, it'll air, then it will go on Hulu in a couple days or a week or something. Hope it does that with Netflix or something so I can see it, so I don't have to wait for the whole season, set to come out. But anyway, loved it. Cannot wait for Dexter Season 9. Dexter Returns. Dexter Revival. Goodbye, Dexter. Can't wait for it. Super stoked. I didn't mean for it to be 15 minutes long, but thank you for watching.